Good evening to you and thank you for watching. I'm Paul Dudley. We are learning more tonight about a deadly plane crash that took the life of 2 people. By now you likely know aboard that plane was longtime local news anchor Nancy Parker and veteran stunt pilot and flight instructor Franklin Augustus. Today federal inspectors from the National Transportation and Safety Board arrived at the crash site. Officials told us just moments ago that shortly after takeoff the pilot radioed the controller in the Lakefront Airport tower there and said that he was having problems. The controller gave the pilot clearance to return to the airport. Witnesses say the plane appeared to have engine troubles. According to those witnesses, the airplane then pitched down and struck the ground. We are told much of the wreckage was consumed in a post-crash fire. And according to our partners at NOLA.com, the Times-Picayune, Nancy was working on a feature story about Augustus. Nancy's husband, Glenn Boyd, a former reporter who is now with the Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office, posted a heartfelt message on Facebook today. He says, quote, "My heart is shattered. The dearest and most wonderful person in my life is gone. Our Nancy was an amazing human being. I was so proud of her, first as an awesome mother of our 3 children, just incredible. This is why it is so difficult to comprehend. And she was a true professional, a master of her craft. And she had so much to give, so smart, so talented. She was my everything." We have his full statement on our website. That's WWLTV.com. Many others are paying their respects to Nancy Parker. Outside of Fox 8 studios, a memorial is growing for the late TV anchor. People have placed teddy bears, balloons, and cards and notes. People we spoke to were just too hurt to speak on camera, understandably, of course. Many of them say this is their way to honor the figure who meant so much to so many.